Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Variety Nerd, and today we're gathered here for more of the Christina Bennett series. And in the last episode, oh boy, a lot happened at Full Gear. Jericho became total toast. Christina Bennett and Justine Janine, well, that interaction was very interesting to say the least. Justine Janine also just went right after Britt Baker well after their match, and Christina Bennett had a nice little, work rate match. So, I mean, all in all went well, slash, maybe in different directions than we thought, but we gotta hear from this guy, so let's get to it. I stand before you, the mastermind behind the invasion that has shaken up this company to its core. For weeks, I've been leading a group against the very foundation that once embraced me. But admittedly, it's dragged out much longer than I thought. Well, I think we can agree with good old Maxwell on one thing. Yeah, this has dragged out much longer than any of us thought. I mean, what are we into month number 6 at this point? My God! But, I mean, that was quick and, fairly expected. We got LA Knight making his way out here, which we really appreciate in this household. He retained his title and just tossed Chris Jericho off the ramp, stage area thing. So I think that was pretty much, very self-explanatory at Full Gear, but Max also beat Sami Zayn, too. That was what I was going to say before. Well, Max just bolted down to the ring. We need to recap a little bit somehow, Max. Come on. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is going to get interesting. This is going to get very, very interesting, to say the least. So let's see what unfolds here tonight. Max, you really think that I'd let you run roughshod over this place without stepping up to the plate? I've been waiting for this moment for a little while, but hey, I understand. Saying my name seems to be a real challenge for you. Enough games. This invasion started with me hunting you down, and I'm not gonna let it end any other way. I've taken this company down a peg, and now it's time to finally take you down. Max, it seems like you're already trying to rewrite history. Because you've been running away from me this entire damn time. When you first started this invasion, you kept going after Christina Bennett, but that's because you didn't have the guts to face me. Enough. I'm not interested in your games, LA Knight. I want to end this invasion. I want to do it inside WarGames. You're on, Max. WarGames it is. But remember, you may have started this invasion, but I'm going to be the one who finishes it. Hey, good to see you. I just saw you and Max out there. How are you feeling about WarGames? Good to see you too, Bennett. I think it'll be an interesting challenge. And good to end this invasion once and for all. But hey, let's talk about you. I saw you running with Justine on Wednesday night. Everything okay with you? I just can't shake off what happened with Justine. Is it bad that I'm more worried about her than being attacked at Full Gear? Not at all. You two are as opposite as it gets. And while she hasn't been through the trenches with you like I have over the past few months, she gets it enough to consider you a threat. Even though she called me soft, she was bluffing. Well, at least I'd hope so anyway. The point is that she sees you as a threat, but she won't say it. Remember how she was buttering you up for a while, and now that she's back into the fold, she's saying all this stuff to you, especially when you've got a title she's never held? I guess I just thought that maybe we were at least on good terms after the WrestleMania match. Which we were until I got injured. What do you think I should do? Take it from someone who's been there. You might need to get your hands dirty if Justine is playing dirty. You saw how she went to town on Britt after their match at Full Gear. I know it's not your style, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Make a move to further your career. Don't wait for her to strike first. I just don't want to become like her, though. I've spent my entire career trying to prove to the world that I'm not going to end up like Justine. I get that, but as you know, you've got to adapt. Justine turned on you before, and if history is any indication, she won't hesitate to do it again. Be prepared, keep your eyes on her, and take control. You're right. I appreciate the honesty. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I think I might be able to help you get at least one person for WarGames. Hey, we need any help we can get to end this invasion. Well, look who decided to drop by. Christina Bennett, how have you been? Busy as always, and you? I see you're the World Heavyweight Champion now. Congratulations. Thank you. I knew you'd make it to the top again. Listen, I need to ask you for a favor, and it's kind of a big favor. Sure, what's up? There's a men's WarGames match at Survivor Series coming up, and LA Knight and I could use any help we can get against Max Sturm and the rest of AEW. I thought it would make sense, given all the history. I mean, if it wasn't for the Bullet Club being formed, there might not even be an AEW, you know? You lay the groundwork, and you're the right guy LA Knight could use on his team. You really are a student of the game. You're right, if it wasn't for us, then there might not be an AEW. That and I trust your judgment, because I know I can trust you after we teamed up against the Judgment Day. I'm happy to help you and LA Knight out. Count me in. Thanks, Finn. I really, really appreciate it. It's not a problem at all. Besides, you made the right call aligning yourself with LA Knight. He's got what it takes to go to the top, and you've got what it takes to make it back to the top. Thank you. It really means a lot to hear from you. Thanks for having our backs. Of course. Now let's end this invasion. Oh, here we go, people. Oh my god, we got WarGames happening. Finn Balor's back into the mix. What the heck's going on? There's a lot going on, y'all. There is a lot going on, but we are getting it. Men's WarGames at Survivor Series. With, I guess we're going to call it Team Storm and Team Knight. I think that's what we're going with. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Max, we don't know who's on his team just yet. And, well, we at least have one person on LA Knight's team. So we've got LA Knight and Finn Balor seemingly, you know, teaming up for this WarGames match. I'm all excited, but, you know, speaking of getting all excited, it seems like we might be a little bit excited to see Justine Janine get her comeuppance a little bit. Because Justine really went after Britt Baker after their match at Full Gear, and, well, Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker are kind of best friends. So this makes sense. Plus, Christina Bennett actually went after Jamie Hayter a while back, remember, when Justine Janine was out on the shelf because of Britt Baker? So I think this is all connecting somehow, and we love that for us, right? Right. What a moment, people. What a huge moment this is, though, backstage here at Dynamite. I'm wondering why Justine Janine is at Dynamite, though. I'm a little sus, Justine. We're a little sus about you, per usual, but y'all, this ain't looking good for Justine Janine here. Not at all. Well, Justine's finally fighting back. Did I get more water? Oh, I did. I wasn't sure if I got more water or not. Oh, jeez, oh man. Things aren't looking good for Justine at all, y'all. Not at all. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be real great, people. Look at that. We are seeing Timeless Toni Storm here tonight. Of course, she attacked Christina Bennett backstage. The AEW Women's Champion, Timeless Toni Storm, is making her way, gracing us with her presence here. This is going to get very interesting. So, we're going to have to see what Timeless Toni has to say here tonight. Assuming that she's going to explain what all happened at Full Gear, all things considering, perhaps. But we'll have to see what happens, right? Right. You people might be wondering why I attacked Christina Bennett at Full Gear. The answer is simple. She's not the only women's champion in professional wrestling. Their women's division isn't the only one in the world by any means. And it's certainly not as timeless as ours. And as the AEW Women's Champion, it's my duty to make sure it remains that way. Which is why I'm issuing a challenge. Christina Bennett, I know you're back there. Get out here right now. Oh boy, here we go, people. Christina Bennett making her way out here. This could get interesting. Of course, we just heard from Timeless Toni Storm, and I think that just makes sense. I think that makes sense, but I want to see what this challenge is going to be about. We're well into Survivor Series season in the story, but we've got to see what Christina Bennett's got to say to Toni Storm here. Will she accept? What kind of a challenge are we going for here? I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see the two champions go face to face here tonight, here on Dynamite, so let's get to it. Timeless Toni Storm, the AEW Women's Champion. Look, Toni, if you wanted a fight, you could have just asked. Oh, I'm not here for a fight, Bennett. After all, you're not even the real Women's Champion in WWE, aren't you? That distinction goes to Ronda Rousey. Well, I hate to break it to you, but Ronda rarely shows up with either of those titles, so you've got me instead. Well, Christina, I think we both want to end this endless invasion once and for all. Don't you agree? Christina Bennett, I challenge you to a WarGames match. You and me and three of your best against three of my best. We settle this invasion nonsense once and for all. You're on, Toni. But don't think for a second that you're going to walk away from this unscathed. The invasion ends at WarGames, and I'll make sure of it. Christopher, why are we doing this? Oh my god, dude, you lost twice. You lost twice? What is this dude going on about? He just will not let up. Holy cow. Oh, well, Christopher's going after LA Knight. I'm using the full, like, name there. Jesus. I think maybe we're all collectively just like, oh, seriously? Well, I think it's safe to say we found out who Max has on his team so far, right? That is one Christopher Jericho. Is any of us surprised, though? Or is any of us surprised? Or, well, rather, are any of us surprised? Because grammar. It's like, Christina, maybe you're just that fed up with Christopher at this point. And, yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Like that. There we go. Oh, he's got the chair. Oh, no. Oh! Down goes Jericho. Beautiful. Oh, no. What the heck happened there? Great, we're glitching out again. Yay, thanks. Thanks, Jericho. You delightful specimen of humanity. This is great. This is great. Alright, well, we're gonna cut this short. Well, yeah, I think that's reasonable. Oh boy, here we go, people. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We saw at the end of the last episode that Seth Rollins and Bryan Danielson have a bit of a situation going on. I do wonder if these two are going to be involved in the WarGames match, but I guess we're going to have to find out. I would assume maybe Danielson, potentially, just based on where things are going. So I guess Max has Jericho and Danielson.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins.
And we got to talk about the women's WarGames match now, because there is now a women's WarGames match as well. And again, if this is a longer episode, it is intended to be a longer episode, because this is kind of like the build-up and the story heading into Survivor Series, and hopefully it's not insanely long, and so if there's a random cutoff and we have to split this up into multiple episodes, then it is what it is, right? Right. But I sincerely doubt it. Again, I don't know for sure, but we're just going to see what happens here, and we're here for a treat, to say the least. And, like, if this is a longer episode, we'll give us a couple days in between episodes, because that just seems reasonable to me, because that way everyone gets a little bit of time to get caught up, etc., etc. And that's always fun and exciting.
Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 171 pounds, Bryan Danielson.
And again, we're here to watch the story unfold, right? But this is going to get very interesting, to say the least, between Danielson and Rollins. So, I mean, we got a lot to chit-chat about, so let's not waste any more time. I know we want to see all the entrants and just all that good stuff, but we need to get right into it, people. We're just get settled in, get your snacks, get your drinks, stay hydrated, all that good stuff. So, let's get right to the match. Alright, well, that was my bad. I skipped, like, our normal little, like, zoom-ins in the corners. But, yeah, this is a bit of an all-over-the-place episode, kind of with good reason, right? Like, we're trying to sort of wrap up the loose ends of this never-ending invasion arc, as we're calling it. The never-ending invasion era, if you will. I have through episode 37 fully written, and then I have I have like the next so many episodes already written and voiceovered already. So if me just basically this week, I'm just going to be filming a whole bunch of episodes and calling it a day. Well, I still have the last like arc to kind of like work on technically, but you know, we've got a lot to work on, to say the least. So I have the rest of the invasion arc and then the next arc coming up too, so I'm really looking forward to that one. I really am. I'm looking forward to the rest of this, and yeah, I think that's where things are going. We'll have to move around some things, as we saw, of course. My hope is that this is out on the 12th. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but here we are, kids. Here we are. And if not, that's okay. You know, like, we've got plenty of time to wrap it up. I only have maybe 3 more episodes to finish writing, and that's cool with me. You know, like, that's just how it is. That is just how it is. And we have plenty of time to get through the rest of the series. You know, if we need to, like, you know, shift things around, that's okay. We got plenty of time. We're going to let the series breathe a little bit if we have to, and just, you know, take our time working on this, because I have a lot of fun with this, too. I know of 2K24. I know everybody wants Christina Bennett back for it, so I think, like, what we did for last year was that we basically what we typically do around here is that we basically will do the My Rise series first, like both of them first, the men's and the women's. I always start with the women's one because it's just like, you know, that's Christina Bennett's series, and we want to see what iteration she's going to look like. I like to do something different each year and kind of go it off of the story, unless if it absolutely stinks up the joint, like in 2K20, I think it was, where it was just terrible. 2K22 was okay, but, like, you know, at least it gave us something to work with. But, like, 2K23, the story was really nougaty and interesting, so, you know, there was plenty to work with and all that good stuff. So we'll see where the direction goes for 2K24's My Rise with the women's division and stuff like that. If it gets to a point where Christina Bennett turns out to be just absolutely atrocious like Max Storm, like, and not in a good way, like, because you can be, like, a bad guy, not be, like, insufferable, right? Like, we've seen that before. But the men's My Rise was getting to the point of just being insufferable. Just because of just like, oh my god, dude, you don't know everything. It was one of those cases. It was one of those cases. So we'll see what the story looks like and kind of make a determination from there, because, you know, back in 2K20 we had a couple different iterations because we were mostly just doing universe mode too. But that's kind of something that I'm going to keep my eyeballs on for sure, and, you know, we'll see how things kind of go, because you never know. The story might be good enough to where we could do a little series for Christina Bennett, like, throughout the year. And that could be, like, a weekly series. Because I do want to continue this, like, original content. You know, we initially started the series, like, I think way back in September, but then just, like, everything happened. Right? Like, you know, you just other things happen. You know, you get more into other stuff and, like, just time gets away from you and all that. Like, it just happens, right? And so this year I'm going to try to be at least a little bit more consistent, you know, have something up for everyone every single week, or, you know, most weeks. So I think that's a good kind of starting point, right? Right. I know we're, like, just kind of chit-chatting and stuff like that, but we had so much happen so far in the episode to where it's like, oh my god. There was just so much going on. There's so much going on. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That is honestly what I'm thinking, because we started this series, like, it says 9 months ago, then we took 2 months off in between episodes. We had, like, an episode or two a month going on, because we just had, like, all these other things, right? And then we started getting a little bit more consistent, like, a couple months ago. So I think that's pretty decent. You know, we want to be a little bit more consistent around here. That's just how these things work. And so, like, you know, I do want to keep this, like, little original series that we have going on, because I'm having a blast with it, to be honest. I like kind of writing the script. I like doing the, you know, extra editing and stuff. I like the process of it. And it helps me be a little bit more creative. It scratches the creative itch in my brain, right? We might do My GM again, because I know that they're adding in some things for next year, which I'm really looking forward to. I think there were, like, trades and stuff like that were going to take place. So I think it'd be fun to do some My GM stuff and just have fun with that. Because I did have I had a blast with it. It just, you know, towards the end now, like, we still have, at the time of recording this, we still have WrestleMania to get through, which that should be out sometime this week too. And it's just unhinged. I don't know how it's just truly unhinged. I'm like, this is great. Oh my gosh. So we'll probably do that. We'll probably do My GM, and then some kind of iteration of Christina Bennett series later. It could be like a one or two video type series a week. We'll have to see where things kind of go, see where the journey takes us, see what the character looks like, and if we got to start from scratch with her and do something completely different than what My Rise said, then we'll do it. We'll do a full repackage. Oh my gosh. I'm looking forward to the new game, though. We need a fresh start. You know the shenanigans are going to be aplenty in this new game, and if there are characters that you would like to see in an upcoming original series, let me know. Because this is our original series. Oh. Oh, man. That could be it. Oh my god. But I hope everyone is cool with the plan here. Let's see, what is the My Rise? I know one's called Unleashed and one's Undisputed, right? I want to make sure that we're getting which one is which, right? I'm looking this up online as we talk because fact checking. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know which one is which offhand, but yeah. It'll be certainly interesting to say the least, but yeah, I think this'll be good. I think Undisputed was the men's one and then Unleashed was the female one, right? I think that was the order of it. I could be entirely wrong though, but that's what I remember offhand anyway. Oh! Here we go. Oh, and Seth picks up a huge win here tonight. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Yep, okay. Undisputed is for the men's, and the Unleashed one is for the women, and you'll love to see it. I gotta know what happens. I gotta know what happens. Oh my god. It's gonna be great. You know it's gonna be a total mess to say the least, right? It's gonna be an absolute mess. But you know it's also great seeing Seth Rollins picking up a huge win here tonight, here on Dynamite, against Bryan Danielson. I know that we chit-chatted away during the entire match, but that's okay, because we didn't really get a chance to chit-chat up until this point. At least not that much, anyway. So without further ado, let's see what unfolds in Road to Survivor Series. Hey, Bianca. Mind if I steal a moment of your time? Not at all, Christina. What's up? I'm sure you've heard by now, but there's a women's WarGames match coming around the corner, and I need to build a team that I know that can help me put an end to this invasion. I've always respected you, your work, and your dedication, and that's why I want you on my WarGames team. Of course, count me in. I've got your back. I've got to say, you've come a long way since your rookie year. Thanks, Bianca. I really couldn't have done it without your help. Speaking of which, do you remember that clothing line we launched? Oh, what a disaster that was. But hey, it was a learning experience and we bounced back. Speaking of a learning experience, putting together a WarGames team isn't an easy feat by any means, and I know you have some experience with that. We need 2 more people to add to the team. Can you think of anyone that might want to join us? Yeah, I might be able to pull some strings. Thanks, Bianca. I really appreciate it. Hey, LA Knight, right? Pleasure to finally meet you. The one and only. Congrats on the win, by the way. Thanks, I appreciate it, but hey, I couldn't help but notice your show's missing a little gold. Roman Reigns is not around much, I'm guessing. Roman has been holding it down, but he's been MIA a lot lately. Got his own stuff going on. Maybe after this whole invasion thing, I'll give him a run for his money. Yeah, it's a shame. Every show needs a top title. In fact, I think you might be the right guy. Damn right. And you know what else is missing on our show? A women's champion. It's been a while, maybe even longer. True, your women's division needs a boost, but hey, Christina's been doing wonders with that Intercontinental Championship, especially being the first champion, which is never an easy feat. No, not at all. I know Bennett's mentioned that she wanted to focus on making the title important, but she'll get her title back that she never lost when it's time. In the meantime, we've got WarGames to focus on. I'm confident that you guys can lead your team's victory at WarGames. We just need 2 more people. I might need to make a trip to Monday Night Raw to find him since he's already dragged into the invasion. I think I know who you're going to ask. I have another person in mind that I think would be a perfect fit as much as I am if we're going back in history. Are you thinking who I think you're thinking? I believe so. I'll ask him Monday. Oh, look who showed up over here on Smackdown. Look who showed up. Britt Baker making her way over here. Well, Team Bennett's looking like, well, Christina Bennett and Bianca Belair. But to be fair, she's only had, like, well, pretty much maybe part of Dynamite and maybe part of Smackdown. So there's that. But this is getting quite interesting. So we've got presumably Timeless Toni, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker, which I feel like that all makes sense. Everybody's somehow, aligned here in this invasion arc, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, just as much as it's interesting just to see what happens here in this little attack right here against Bianca Belair. Of course, Belair teaming with Christina Bennett once again, which we love to see. We love a little bit of continuity, right? God. But I mean, it goes a little bit further than that. Like, again, Christina Bennett said it, like, Bianca was really the first person to really kind of welcome her into the locker room and was basically there since day one. So it makes a lot of sense. And again, it makes all the sense in the world to me. I mean, I'd want Bianca Belair on my WarGames team too, right? But we're gonna have to see what happens. I want to see who joins up with, of course, Christina Bennett. I think the men's WarGames side of things seems to be moving in a good direction there too. And yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens there. Oh, nice takedown right there for Bianca. Oh boy, Bianca might have something here. Oh no! Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, this is interesting. We got Charlotte Flair making her way out here. I wonder if she's intrigued by War Games, by any of this whole situation, but I guess we're going to hear from the Queen very shortly, right? Right. Charlotte Flair and Christina Bennett, of course, having their fair share of run-ins over the course of, well, my rise and into the Christina Bennett series. So it'll be interesting to see what Charlotte has to say here tonight, so let's get to it, people. Let's get right to it. Christina Bennett, I've got something to say to you, and I think you might want to hear it. Alrighty, people, here we go. We got Christina Bennett now making her way out here. This could get interesting because, again, Christina Bennett and Charlotte Flair, they've got plenty of history. I mean, just in this little side series, or spin-off series, if you will, Charlotte Flair and Christina Bennett were in that crazy Iron Woman match back, Lord knows how many episodes it's been now, but that's been a while. They were in the main event of, I believe it was Extreme Rules? No, it wasn't. No, it might have been. It might have been. Well, they were in a main event, premium live event match for that Women's Intercontinental Championship, and it was very exciting. In fact, Justine Janine was at ringside for that, and yeah, that was a very just exciting matchup to say the least. But I gotta see what Charlotte Flair has to say to Christina Bennett out here. Of course, Christina Bennett in recruiting mode for the War Games match. I'm just now realizing this, but we got two teams that are basically, well, I guess, Team Storms squared, sort of. Not fully squared, but two Team Storms on our hands. You love to see it. You love to see it. Well, Charlotte, I'm a little surprised to see you out here. What do you want? Christina, we've had our differences. It's no secret that we've never seen eye to eye, but despite our history, I've come to realize something. I may not have liked you in the past, but I've grown to respect you. Respect? I'm surprised to hear you say that. What brought this on? It took me a while to see it, but I admit, I was wrong about you. It took someone else, someone like Bianca Belair, to open my eyes. I'm proud of what you've accomplished, especially being the first to hold that Women's Intercontinental Championship. You've elevated that title, elevated this women's division, all while elevating yourself too. Well, color me shocked. So what's the catch? Why are you buttering me up? The catch is, I want to join your WarGames team. I want to fight alongside you and Bianca against AEW. This match is in my DNA. Of course, as long as it ends better than the last time we teamed up, which, let's be honest, was a bit of a disaster. Yeah, I think a disaster would be an understatement. But you actually want to be on my team? Well, I'd rather have you on my side than against it. Hey, how's recruiting going on your end? It's coming along, Bennett. If all goes well, I'll have my team locked in by the end of Monday Night Raw. That's great to hear. I actually wanted to pick your brain. I'm still looking for the final member of my team, and I could use a little advice. Ask away, I'm here to help. Well, I've been thinking about asking Justine to join. I know there's so many deserving people on the roster, but I can't ignore the fact that she wants revenge on Britt and Jamie as much as humanly possible, as if beating down Britt like that wasn't enough. Plus, having her on the team would give me a chance to keep a close eye on her during the match. It's not necessarily wrong, but you need to be careful. Justine has her own agenda based on your last interaction with her, and you might find yourself dealing with more than what you bargained for. Keep an eye on her during the match if she ends up on your team. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It just occurred to me that people might start thinking I'm just like Justine, you know? She's the one who got me in the door, and now I'd be doing the same for her. Kind of a weird full circle moment. Well, there's a bit of irony in that, isn't there? But trust me, you're your own person, and you're just trying to build the best team possible. Besides, you'd be doing her a favor by getting her in that match to get revenge, like you said. This is just a means to an end. You think so? Absolutely. Just make sure you focus on the match and everything will fall into place. Hey Cody, you got a minute? Sure, Finn, what's on your mind? WarGames is right around the corner, and you know LA Knight and I could use all the help we can get to end this invasion once and for all. I was thinking, what if you joined us? You make as much sense as I do to be in there with them. You make a great point, Finn. That's an interesting offer. Look, I know there's history, Cody. I know about your past in AEW, but I've got history with them too. You know, you're right. I've got direct history with being a former EVP, and hell, without you starting the Bullet Club back in Japan, there wouldn't even be an invading company. None of us would be here. We've both got history, and we both know what they're capable of. So what do you say? Do you want to join LA Knight and I in WarGames to put an end to this? Look, I used to be on their team for the longest time, but WWE is my home now. Even though I haven't met LA Knight yet, if you trust him, then I think I can trust him too. Let's do this. LA Knight, I know what you're here for. You want me to join your WarGames team with Finn and Cody, don't you? You've read my mind, Seth. WarGames is right around the corner, and I can't think of a better person to join the team. So are you in? Well, you held up your end of the deal, and I got the first crack at Roman. You can count me in for WarGames. Let's tear the house down. Well, well, well. LA Knight, here we are, face to face for the last time before Survivor Series. You know, I've been enjoying watching you run around trying to assemble a team that can even come close to challenging mine. Max, the last time I checked, you only had 3 people on your team, and I've got a full roster on my hands. You've been keeping everyone in suspense about your final team member. Running out of friends, aren't we? Friends are overrated. I've got something much better than friends. A game changer. And you'll find out who it is when the time is right. A game changer, huh? Does this game changer need a big announcement by any chance? I hope it's someone who can keep up, because my team is ready for anything you throw at us. Well, we'll see about that. Enjoy it while you can, LA. Survivor Series is where this invasion ends, and finally there will be a calm after the storm. Max, when it's all said and done, my team will be standing tall, and you'll be left wondering where your invasion all went wrong. Oh hey, Columbus, Ohio. Sorry about that. We are here for the go home episode of Smackdown. We sort of rushed through the last few little segments there, but that's because they were, just chatty little bits. We had a lot of little developments, of course. It appears to be that Team Knight is fully locked and loaded for WarGames, which is very exciting. We don't know who the final person is for Max Storm's WarGames team, but we're about to find out. And I just found out that I forgot to put on the ring announcer again, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll do that in between everything, right? Right. But we've got WarGames Advantage matches to kind of close things out here. First, we've got the men because, we've got stories to tell, right? Right. We still have one more spot left open on the women's WarGames team for Team Bennett. Again, we got 2 Team Storms, which is very exciting. You know we had to do it, people. You know we had to do it. But, whoever wins their matches, they get the WarGames advantage and that sort of thing. So, again, I am very much looking forward to the Survivor Series shenanigans-induced WarGames stuff. Yeah. We'll probably have a little poll up as to what match you're looking forward to more, or I don't know. We'll do are you excited for this sort of thing? Oh my god! Hang on here. Who's coming out? Who's... Oh my god. Oh boy. People, get settled in, get your snacks, get your choice of beverages, get your drinks, all that good stuff. And again, I've always, I just forget to mention this throughout the episode now, which it used to be the opposite. But any and all community creations, and we've used quite a bit of them in this episode, they are in the description box down below, because we give credit where credit is due around here, because we're good noodles like that. And everybody works so hard on all these, like, community creations. I don't know how they do it, and I love it. But, I mean, this is a dream match, people, and we're getting it right here on SmackDown. That's the beauty of the Invasion arc, right? You never know what's gonna happen, and it's, you know, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. So it seems like we have Max Storm, Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson, and now Kenny Omega on one side. Holy cow, that is amazing. Versus LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes. That's a stacked War Games match right there. That is stacked, y'all. That is very stacked. Just like this match was about to be very stacked. Alrighty, people, if there was a bit of a jump cut all of a sudden, that is because I forgot to put it on, the simulated mode. And, for whatever reason, it just doesn't let you, not, you know what I mean? You know where I'm going at, right? Like, we had, the selected superstar, like we were initially playing as Seth Rollins. It would let us just do it in regular simulation mode where we just watch everything because that just makes sense, right? Right. But this is a dream match, people. This is a dream match. We're getting it here on live television in a video game. But you know what? It is what it is. I suspect that would actually happen, right? Like, just giving us the match on television if that actually happened. Oh my goodness gracious. But, yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying the episode so far. Again, if it is a little bit of a longer episode, that's okay. Because, we kind of need one of those every now and then. I'm not going to know how long this video is going to be until we record everything and get everything edited and uploaded, right? I do know the audio, I think was like, how long was the audio portion? The voiceover portion? I think the voiceover portion I had it at, oh, wrong one. I'm like, that can't be that short. 18 minutes! So, again, if this is a little bit of a longer episode, we will give everybody a couple days to get caught up. We'll finish out my GM, and then we'll finish out the week with more Christina Bennett series. And it might actually be better for all of us to do it that way, because it's going to take me time to edit this thing. And it's going to take me time to actually film the rest of the stuff that we got coming up this week. And I think that'll just be good for all of our sakes, too, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how we can kind of just, edit and upload everything and that sort of thing. I'll see how far I get on editing tonight. And if I finish editing this tonight, that'd be great. By tonight, I mean, of course, Sunday. Yeah, so I suspect we'll be able to get something edited, maybe even uploaded. We'll take a look-see-poo. I'm getting much more efficient with my editing, and boy, oh boy, will it be coming into full effect here tonight. Like, I've learned how to copy and paste effects now, and I'm like, well, where was this, like, 20-plus episodes ago when I needed it, right? Oh, my goodness. But we'll see. It just kind of depends on the vibes. It depends on the mood, because, I mean, if we do the My GMs, it's like 2 episodes back-to-back, right? Because we're at the very end of that series. And then after that, it's just basically reactions in Christina Bennett series. So that'll be nice. That'll be fun. And that way there's less pressure. Again, we're going to have everything kind of good to go and that sort of thing. We're going to wrap everything up by the time we get to 2K24, so, we're just going to take our good old time and see what happens. Again, I like to keep it to about 3 videos a week. Seth is busted open, though, so I don't know if that's okay. Seth kicked out. But yeah, I like to keep it at about 3 videos a week, and, we'll kind of see where it goes. And I would prefer to front load it this week, and, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's it for Seth, people. That's it. Oh! Seth is unreal, people. I don't know how Seth did that, but, again, he's Seth freaking Rollins. At least everybody makes some kind of sense as to why they're on the team right now, right? So we'll take that as a win. Women's War Games kind of makes sense, I think, We still don't know who the last person is for either one of the Women's War Games teams. I suspect we'll find out sooner rather than later. But yeah, there's that. There is that indeed. Oh boy. Oh. So yeah, lots of just kind of wrapping things up for 2K23 as we head into 2K24. and that sort of thing. And then, of course, coming up, we'll have, our weekly SmackDown reaction still. And I've been liking this kind of system that we've got where we don't do the episode before the PLE because I just need any and all energy that we can get. I still don't know what day I'm going to end up, filming, editing, uploading that whole episode, right? Like with Elimination Chamber coming up, because that show starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I am not, I'm sleeping in on my day off, people. I am sleeping in on my day off. That would be a good poll. I might actually put that poll up, maybe as we get closer to Elimination Chambers, so that way I get a sense of when everybody's watching this show. I'm curious. Oh, but Kenny kicks out. My God. Again, I know what you're thinking, Christina. Why is this not the main event? This series is ultimately about Christina Bennett, right? So, there were a handful of episodes where she wasn't in the main event or the final segment of the show, and it made sense. But, this is right before, this is the go-home show before a major premium live event, and she's leading the team. So, I think that makes sense. Oh, you love a good full circle moment, right? Right. Oh. This match is ridiculous, and I love it. We're here for it. Again, WarGames advantage here tonight. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, moonsault right to Seth. This match has been ridiculous. I can kind of feel myself slowly losing steam right now because we've been filming this thing for a while. Now, I did take some breaks from water because you need to get water refills and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, this is probably going to be like one of the more just labor-intensive videos to edit, and I'm okay with that. I love the process. I'm not sure if I'm liking this process, though, of where things might be going. Oh, Seth kicked out! Oh, Seth with the sneaky roll-up. Could this be it? Could this be it? Could this be it? Oh, what a kick out right there from Kenny. Oh, man, this is nuts. This is just nuts. Oh. God, these two are just throwing everything at each other, and this is why we're here. This is what we're here for. We're here to have some good matches, some good chit-chats, and all is right. All is right here, right? Right. Here we go. Oh, boy. Oh, my God, Seth just did what I think he just did. Oh, my God. That just... What in the world? Seth Rollins... That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Again, my apologies if you were hearing the water in the background, but at least you know I'm hydrated. But yeah, don't worry, we've been taking some little mini breaks there. Oh no. Oh no. Kenny's in a good spot here to put Seth away. This is not looking good at all. Man, Max actually might be getting some steam here. Oh no. Seth, please just, there you go. Roll out of the ring. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. This may have to be split up into 2 parts, potentially. We'll have to see, just based on how things kind of go. But again, we will keep you in the loop, because that's just what we do here. And honestly, I would be okay with this being split up into 2 parts at this rate. Well, we'll have to take a look-see-poo at the runtime by the time we get to this point, because that's just how things tend to go, right? Right. But I hope everyone's enjoying the episode. This series has been absolutely ridiculous, and you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. I would be so mad if this ended out like double count out style. Like, then it's like up to just the AI to decide who gets the WarGames advantage, and that's not fair to anybody, right? Right. Or at least it wouldn't be fair to us, the viewers. We're at a 5 count now. I mean, realistically, this would be the actual main event if this match actually happened. Let's get that established. But it's our little series. It's our spin-off series, and that's it for Seth. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it for Seth. Oh man, and Max Storm's team officially has the WarGames advantage. So things aren't looking too good over there on the men's side of things. A little bit of a blow there, but I think they still got it. We're gonna have to see what happens. We're gonna have to see what unfolds. But what a match, people. Oh, Mr. Darkscreen popped up. I love that for us. A big congratulations are in order, though, to Kenny and Seth for just having an incredible showing. That's all. That's all I gotta say about this. But let's see what happens. The rest of the go-home episode of Smackdown. Justine, we need to talk. Well, it's about time you showed up. I've been waiting for this. Save the attitude, Justine. I'm not here to play games. I know you want to get back at Jamie and Britt, so I have a proposition for you. WarGames is right around the corner, and I want you on my team. Your team? Why would I join forces with you? Justine, right now, we have a common enemy. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. You're damn right we do. They ambushed me, and I'm itching to get my revenge. Well, that's where my proposition comes in. Join my WarGames team, and we'll make sure they pay for what they did. It's a tempting offer, but I've got a question for you. What's in this for me? Because facing those two won't be a walk in the park, and WarGames sure as hell won't be either. Justine, you always talk about wanting to enjoy the fruits of your labor from back in the day, right? How you wish you would have had these opportunities. Well, not only do you get a chance to get revenge on Jamie and Britt, but you also get to compete in a WarGames match, something neither of us have done, and something you never thought you would have seen the women be able to do. It seems to me that this is a win-win scenario. You say that now, but I've seen you in the ring. I've seen you take beatings, and I've seen you dish them out. WarGames is a different beast. Are you sure you're up for it? I'm more than up for it. After all, there's a reason I've gotten this far and get to lead the women's WarGames team. Alright, I'll join your team, but don't say I didn't warn you. WarGames is a completely different entity. We'll see if you're truly ready to take things to the next level. Alrighty, people, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We've got Christina Bennett making her way down to the ring here tonight. Whoopsies! I may or may not have spoiled the surprise with the ring announcer. It's like, Christina, you should have had the ring announcer in the last one and muted it on this one, but that's okay. That's just, it's the end of the episode. It's fine. But we got Christina Bennett. We could not be bothered to change it. We just couldn't. At least not right now. Ooh, some good polls that we could have in you know, the time leading up to it could be, who do you think will start out WarGames? Those will be some good polls. Just because I'm curious. But we gotta find out who this will be. Oh! We've got a bit of a... Alright, well, this is what we're gonna go with. We've got Kris Statlander making her way down to the ring here. This little champion versus champion matchup here is gonna be quite a treat. My apologies, my sinuses got so dry just now. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my god. Drink some water, you'll feel better. But holy cow, people. Holy cow, this is our little mid-card versus mid-card title, you know, just not title versus title. We're so used to saying that around here, but champion versus champion matchup. This is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I am very much looking forward to it. I feel like this has got to be kind of like a bucket list match for Christina Bennett, like trying to get to all the women's champions at some point. But I mean, this is one for us, right? Right. And it makes sense, the workhorse champion versus the workhorse champion. For, you know, their respective shows and that sort of thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh! counter. Look at us countering. Look at us countering into the cover, into the cover. Oh, I love this for us. Oh God. Well, I mean the audio portion, like I said earlier, it was like 18 minutes long, but there's probably like all kinds of dead air in between. Oh! Oh! Look at us! Look at us! Oh, I was so nervous. I didn't know where any of this was going at first, but I'm so proud of her. She's hitting all the diving moves and springboards. Character development. I love this so much. I love this for her. Oh no. Bennett, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh! Right on the apron. It's like, Christina, you came alive for this. And it's like, well, yes. Yes, I did. I'm hydrated. And to be honest, I'm very much excited for this match. And Christina Bennett gets to close out the episodes. That's a positive. Hopefully she has a little bit of better luck for her team anyway, because again, winner gets the WarGames advantage. Because that's how these things work. Oh. I don't know how they decide, like, who's gonna... I don't remember exactly the mechanics for, like, the WarGames match, but I'm not sure if they just do random people, like, if you get to choose who starts out and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember offhand. I probably should have checked that before I started recording this. Like, in between parts. There we go. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, Bennett with the counter. Beautiful kick right there. And Bennett, oh! Counter right there from Statlander. Once again, any and all community creations. They are in the description box down below, because there are a lot of them tonight. Or at least I feel like there's a lot of them tonight. Oh! Bennett ducked right there. Oh! Answered with a kick of her own. But God, Justine Janine. Can we talk about how, like, Justine Janine is, like, kind of the worst around here? It's like, can't you just be excited about things, Justine? Oh, and Bennett's got the submission hold locked in. Could this be enough to put away Kris Statlander, or at least slow her down a little bit? Not entirely, but that's okay. I just realized this, but we technically have 2 finishers, and that's very exciting for us. Oh, Bennett with a counter. See, if there's one thing that we know about Christina Bennett, she's getting really good with, like, just getting a sense of, like, when her opponents are, like, going for their finish, and we appreciate that. Oh, Bennett's going for the attack to the outside and connects. See, she's hitting all these more, like, high-risk moves, and I respect that. She's working on her craft. And Statlander with the counter, Bennett with a counter, Statlander with a counter. Everybody's countering each other. You love to see it. Oh, and Bennett with a counter. Oh, going right for the arms. That is a very wise strategy there. But hey, the WarGames matches are officially set. I'm looking forward to watching those matches. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're going to, like, watch them, but we're definitely going to play through them, I'm pretty sure. But I'm excited just to, like, watch what happens. Because I don't trust anybody. At least for the women's side of things. The men's one I feel like is pretty straightforward. Oh, what a move there. Oh, and Bennett with a counter right there. Bennett might be looking for it. Bennett might be looking for it. Bennett might be looking for it. Here she goes. Our favorite move. I love that move so much. Oh, and Kris Statlander kicks out. What a match. What a way that we're closing out this episode. So we had a lot of story progression. Then we have some good matches for everybody. And Bennett's looking for it. Huge diving leg drop right there. Bennett going into another cover. Could this be it? Oh, and Statlander kicks out. What a match. What a match, people. We've had some good matches on tonight. Oh! See, like, you've got the story and you've still got some solid matches on this episode. So I think it's a well-rounded probably longer episode. I don't know how all this is going to shape up, but here we are. What a move right there from Bennett. Oh, and Statlander goes back to the outside of the ring. And Bennett's all fired up. This is probably a good thing, probably a bad thing. Once again, oh, but this time Statlander counters right there into the splash, Bennett with a counter. Wise decision right there, going back to the inside of the ring. Oh, and a huge clothesline right there. And Bennett might be looking for something here once again. Oh, and a counter. Oh, and a counter from Bennett. Huge kick right there. And Bennett just trying to keep Statlander grounded. And I can't blame her at all. Bennett's got the submission locked in once again. Didn't really work too much the first time, but it might work out to her advantage now. And the submission victory! Although Christina Bennett had to pull out some moves there in this match, and we're proud of her for working on her craft. We're proud of you, Christina Bennett. We're proud of you. That is all. We're proud. Oh my goodness gracious. What an ending to the show, people. What a match. What a moment. And Christina Bennett, like, very rarely I think she gets the submission win. So it's nice to see her get the submission victory here tonight. We're proud of you, Christina Bennett. So it looks like the men's WarGames match, they're going to be on the disadvantaged side, but Christina Bennett gets the WarGames advantage for her team, and that's very exciting. So, on that note, I don't know how long this episode is. Thank you all super much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff here on the channel, and also go check out all the links to social media, buy me a coffee, all that good stuff. As well, again, any and all community creations that we have utilized in this episode are also down in the description box down below. Thank you all super much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.